in the nighttime. Girl, you know it's my time. Do you wanna come for a ride? Baby, there's a price for this lifestyle. Look at you, watch us flying by. If you never live, you still gon' die.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're working on a piece that I've been meaning to do for a while, but I've been procrastinating on pretty hard. This piece is special to me because it involves one of my OCs. For those of you who might not know, OC stands for Original Character, and is a character that an artist creates from their own imagination. Anyways, my character's name is Miriam, and I initially designed her about a year ago. She is one of 3 OCs that I have designed so far, and I'm not going to lie, out of the 3 that I've created, she is definitely my favorite. This is one of the pieces I did of her a year ago, and I would say it is my favorite piece of her to date. But after a year, I feel like she deserves another illustration, and that's what we're going to be working on today. So, while I was sketching this character, I wanted to go with a pose that matched her personality. I always imagined Miriam as being a playful, upbeat character. She's supposed to be a superhero, and I imagine her as having the ability to control water. She is someone who grew up near the ocean and who loves everything about the open sea. Miriam is quite rash and is always looking for an adventure. She tends to dive headfirst into situations without really thinking things through. In my initial post on Instagram about her, I go into all the details of her backstory. So for now, I'll just leave it at that, and if you guys want me to go into more detail about her story, just leave a comment below, and maybe in the next illustration I do of her, I can go into more details. I think I like Miriam the most because her color scheme is composed of my favorite colors, being blue and orange. And then also because her personality has a few traits that I have always admired. I tend to be an overthinker in life, so when I see people that are able to take action in doing things without really thinking too much about it, I kind of wish that I could do the same. And I mean, technically I can, but that is something I'm slowly working on. So anyway, to find a pose that matched her character, I went on Pinterest, as every artist does, and found this pose which I loved. I began by simplifying the body into easily readable shapes that could help me gather more information on proportions, perspective, and the dynamic of the character. Once I found those, I lowered the opacity and continued to make adjustments to the proportions of everything. I always like to flip the canvas a couple of times to change the way I see things and maybe spot some mistakes. I find it helps me to refresh my sight and be able to see the mistakes that I've made. Now for the fun part. Once I've gotten all the basic proportions down, I like to go into details. I usually start from the face because I feel like if I can get the face down, then I've dealt with the hardest task and the rest isn't too bad. Well, everything except for the hair. That is always something I've struggled with. For now, I think I'm just going to leave you guys to enjoy some of the speed paint in the background, and I'll check back with you guys in a few minutes. After tackling the face, I then go into designing the outfits. For the outfit, I wanted something that felt summery, but that wasn't a beach outfit. Again, I turned to Pinterest for inspiration, and I found this outfit that I really liked. I find that I don't have a hard time drawing most clothing, at least to the degree that you can tell what type of clothing it is. So it wasn't too much trouble for this piece. Again, I think I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the speed paint for a bit, and I'll catch you in a few minutes. When it comes to picking colors for this piece, it wasn't much of a struggle either. I already had the colors that I wanted for her in mind, as well as in the last piece that I did on her. So I mainly used a combination of color picking from the old piece and deciding on colors in the moment. I really loved the yellow and black outfit I had for her in the last piece, so I decided to stick with those colors for this illustration as well. I also loved the colors I used for her hair and didn't want to change those too much, so I decided to keep them the same. I'm still relatively new to art, so when it comes to shading, I mainly just follow the basics of finding the light source and adding shadow to the areas where it doesn't hit. I also have no clue how to put in light, and every time I attempt to, I just end up messing up the piece, so I usually just leave it out. I do like putting in some highlights in some areas as well, as you'll see me do later on. So that is pretty much all that was going through my mind during the creation of this piece. I'm still trying to figure out the flow of these videos and what to discuss while you guys watch the speed paint. I appreciate all the feedback you guys have as long as it's constructive, so feel free to leave some comments below on what you guys would like to see more or less of, or what you think I can improve on in these videos. Anyways, that's really all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, and I hope to catch you in the next one. See ya!